Welcome to Chronicles of Stoicism. Today, we're going to dive deep into the philosophy of Stoicism and explore how you can make people regret not valuing you. And let's clarify up front that Stoicism doesn't teach us to seek revenge or ruin other people's lives. Instead, Stoicism helps us find inner peace and strength, which may lead those who failed to see your worth to eventually realize their mistake. So let's break this down step by step. Part 1. The foundation of Stoicism, inner strength and calm. Before we talk about how to change others' attitudes toward you, it's essential to understand that the core idea of Stoicism is inner strength and self-control. Stoics like Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus teach us that the most important thing is to control our perceptions and reactions to events. The outside world is merely a collection of events and facts. Your reaction to them is what you can control. We cannot force others to value us, but we can learn to live in a way where their recognition or lack thereof doesn't impact our happiness. An example from Marcus Aurelius' life. As the Emperor of Rome, Marcus Aurelius faced constant betrayal and underappreciation from those close to him. Yet his journal, known as Meditations, is filled with reflections on how not to let these external events disturb his inner peace. Instead of seeking revenge or reacting harshly, he used such situations as lessons for his own growth. Part 2. Remove your attention from them. One of the key principles of Stoicism is the ability to detach from what you cannot control. People often fail to appreciate us because of their own problems, misunderstandings, or lack of experience. However, when you stop trying to gain recognition, people begin to notice your absence, how it works in practice. Imagine someone at work or in your personal life who didn't value you. You tried to please them, show your worth, but it was all in vain. Stoicism offers a different path, the path of peaceful withdrawal. Stop waiting for their recognition and focus on what truly matters to you. When you're no longer around, people begin to realize just how important you were, and that realization often leads to regret. Why is this effective? When someone is used to your attention and presence, they start to take it for granted. However, when it's gone, a vacuum is created. And this void is the most powerful way to make someone realize they undervalued you. This isn't revenge. It's the natural process of realization. Part 3. Grow through self-improvement. The most important aspect of Stoicism and personal growth is constant self-improvement. When you focus on yourself and your development, those who didn't value you will start to notice your achievements. And this is the most powerful way to make them regret their underappreciation. Success stories of great people. Many well-known historical figures, from Leonardo da Vinci to modern-day entrepreneurs, began their journey being underestimated, but they used this experience to fuel their growth. Stoicism teaches us that the best response to any adversity is to work on ourselves. Instead of trying to change others' opinions, direct your energy toward improving yourself. Transform pain into strength. In Stoicism, there's the concept of amor fati, love of fate. This means that even negative experiences, like being undervalued, can be used as fuel for internal growth. Every time someone fails to appreciate you, ask yourself, how can I become better because of this? This question will shift your perspective and give you the inner strength to move forward. Part 4. Control your emotions, the key to success. One of the main lessons in Stoicism is managing your emotions. When we're not valued, it's easy to fall into negative feelings, resentment, anger, or disappointment. But Stoics teach us that emotional reaction is a choice. We can choose calmness, practical techniques for emotional control. For a Stoic, every day is an opportunity to practice controlling their emotions. One technique is to mentally prepare for difficult situations. Every day, remind yourself that you may face underappreciation. This will prepare you for any scenario and prevent your emotions from getting the better of you. Example from Stoic philosophy. Epictetus often said that it's not things that upset us, but our opinions about them. This means that events are neutral in themselves, and it's our choice how to react. By staying calm and rational in the face of underappreciation, you show strength of character and maturity, which others will begin to respect. Part 5. Independence from others' opinions, the path to inner peace. Stoicism asserts that our goal is to live according to our nature and principles, not for the recognition of others. When you start seeking approval, you give away your inner power. However, when you build your life on your principles, the opinions of others become less important. Marcus Aurelius on independence from external judgment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. This means that others' opinions have no power unless you give it to them. Realize this, and you will free yourself from the pain of underappreciation. Part 6. The power of kindness and forgiveness. Surprisingly, one of the most powerful ways to make someone regret undervaluing you is to show kindness. This is not weakness, but a sign of strength. When you respond to negative actions with kindness, it creates doubt in the other person's mind about their actions. Forgiveness as the highest form of strength. Forgiveness is a key Stoic principle. When you are not valued, don't hold a grudge. Forgive and move on. This will free you from resentment and bring you inner peace. People who undervalued you will see your strength and start to regret not appreciating you sooner. Part 7. Take responsibility for your life. Another important Stoic principle is taking full responsibility for your life and reactions. Stoics teach that any external events and other people's actions are beyond our control, but how we react to them is entirely in our hands. The power of responsibility. When you are not valued, it's easy to start blaming others or circumstances. However, Stoics remind us that we are the creators of our path. Blaming others is a waste of time and energy. Take full responsibility for your reaction to being undervalued. This gives you immense power because when you take responsibility for your life, you become the master of it. How does this help in relationships? When you stop complaining and blaming, those around you start to see you as a mature and confident person. This change in behavior can prompt them to reconsider their attitude toward you. Part 8. Use underappreciation as motivation. Instead of feeling down about not being valued, use it as fuel for motivation. Stoicism teaches us to see challenges as opportunities for growth and character building, reframing obstacles. As Marcus Aurelius said, the obstacle in the path becomes the path if someone has undervalued you. Consider it a challenge for personal growth. Channel your energy into proving to yourself that you are capable of much more. Every time someone fails to appreciate your efforts, it's a chance to prove to yourself that you're stronger than any external judgment. Examples from the lives of great people. Many successful people admit that the periods when they were undervalued became the catalysts for their greatest achievements. You can use underappreciation as the driving force to create something great, whether it's career success, personal growth, or new projects. Part 9. Learn patience. Patience is one of the main virtues in Stoicism. Recognition and respect may not come immediately, but the Stoic understands that everything happens in due time. The practice of patience. When you're not valued, it's easy to become frustrated or disappointed, but Stoics teach us to be patient and to be ready to wait. This doesn't mean being passive, but rather understanding that results will come in time. Patience is a powerful tool that allows you to maintain peace even when your efforts go unnoticed. Patience is a sign of strength. People often begin to respect those who don't react impulsively and don't rush things. This can also prompt them to rethink their attitude towards you, as patience is a sign of maturity and wisdom. Part 10. Be a role model. The final, and one of the most powerful parts of this process, is becoming a role model. Stoics teach us not only theory, but also the practical application of their principles in life. When you live according to high standards and moral principles, people start to notice, even if they didn't initially appreciate you. Ethics and behavior. Show others by your example that high moral standards and integrity are more important than external validation. Even if you're undervalued, continue to follow your beliefs. People may not immediately recognize your value, but eventually your example will change their perception. Long-term recognition. History is full of examples of people who were undervalued during their lifetime, but their legacy became known and appreciated only later. Live in such a way that your actions and principles speak for themselves, and sooner or later, those who didn't value you will realize what they missed. By following the principles of Stoicism, we learn that our true value comes not from external validation, but from our own self-perception and growth. When people fail to recognize or appreciate us, Stoicism teaches us to remain calm, detached, and focused on our inner development. The key is to shift our attention away from seeking approval and instead use these experiences to strengthen ourselves mentally, emotionally, and morally. Stoicism encourages us to transform the pain of being undervalued into an opportunity for self-improvement. Instead of holding on to resentment or trying to change others' opinions, we channel our energy into becoming better versions of ourselves. Over time, those who once undervalued us may come to regret their lack of recognition, not because we seek revenge, but because we've grown so much that our absence or success speaks louder than words. Moreover, Stoicism promotes patience, kindness, and forgiveness. By maintaining control over our emotions, responding with kindness, and not holding grudges, we demonstrate a strength of character that others can't help but admire. Ultimately, the philosophy leads us to a place of independence from the judgments of others, granting us inner peace and the freedom to pursue our own path, irrespective of external validation. In this way, making people regret not valuing us is not about seeking to prove them wrong. It's about living with integrity, staying true to our principles, and allowing our actions to speak for themselves. When we embrace Stoic principles, we become role models for others, showing them that the true source of strength comes from within, not from others' opinions. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of Stoicism. Remember, true power lies in your ability to stay calm, grow continuously, and live according to your own values, no matter what others think. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to Chronicles of Stoicism for more wisdom from the ancient Stoic masters. Keep striving for peace and strength within yourself.